Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I am your host, Davin James. I'm glad to be here with all of you guys here today. Just a quick reminder before I get into today's episode, please like, subscribe and comment to my channel and possibly share the channel with friends, family, whatever it may be, if you like my sort of content or if you think that they would be into my sort of content, that is. Now, with that being said, let's get on with today's episode, shall we? Director who made this movie, which won't release until 2115, wants to quote-unquote clone himself for the premiere of that very same movie. So, the part that left me scratching my head the most was that why did he make a movie that's not going to be releasing until 2115? Like, that's a long time away. Why is he making a movie that long away? It doesn't make sense to me. And this movie is directed by, I should say, Robert Rodriguez, this director right here, also starring John Malkovich, who is a fantastic actor. I really recommend the film Red, starring Bruce Willis, which is like an action spy comedy. Both men have fantastic chemistry, him and Bruce Willis, and John Malkovich was just fantastic in that movie, just absolutely fantastic. That's one of the other movies he's been in as well, like Cognac, for example. I can't really name too many movies on the top of my head, but he is a fantastic and wonderful actor. So let's dive into this weird story regarding this movie. And this movie is a short movie as well. Like, it was designed to be a short movie. So that even makes me wonder even more as to why exactly we're not going to get this movie for a long time. So, the director behind Sin City and From Dusk Till Dawn is also responsible for creating 100 Years, which is a short film which is actually finished. So it's finished. There's no more post-production that needs to be done to it. It's good. It's ready to be released rather. But yet we still have to wait a long time for this movie, which is unheard of as well. At least I think. Like, I've never heard of anything such as that before in my life. Like, movies get delayed all the time. We know that. A lot of movies got delayed because of the pandemic. Some movies are getting delayed right now because the strike that's going on in Hollywood. It happens. It's part of the business, unfortunately. But, it is what it is. But never have I had to wait until God knows how long for a movie to come out. Like, especially a movie that I know about, that I'm anticipating for to be released. But again, for some reason, 2115 seems to be, or at least the 18th of November 2115 seems to be when this movie wants to be released, apparently, or when they want it to be released. I'm not sure if this is some kind of like passion project for him, because I'm not sure if it's a studio behind it, because it's a short film. And I don't really know much about filmmaking and whatnot, but short films can be done within minutes. That's basically the idea of a short film. You could do it on your iPhone or your Samsung Galaxy or whatever, and you can get that done and dusted within an hour, probably, maybe more, depending on how big the film is exactly. But nonetheless, you can get it done quite quickly. So I'm guessing might be like a passion project for him. But why exactly he wants to leave it until that time, 2115, is beyond me. In an interview, Rodriguez said the film was his best work, adding that I was so sad they locked it away. Okay, so there was a studio behind this. I was like, people want to see this. The director revealed that he had been given tickets to the premiere to pass on to his descendants. Or he would be given tickets rather to pass on to his descendants. But after putting in all of the work to make the movie, Rodriguez wants to make sure that he could be there on the big night of its release. And this is where him thinking about cloning himself comes into things. He directed an episode of The Mandalorian in Star Wars. So I think he's got a little bit too insane. You can do a lot of crazy things in Star Wars, especially with cloning and whatnot. I think now he's taken it a little bit too far, and the idea although it's very possible, in years to come, we could probably have clone versions of ourselves, because, anything's possible these days. And in the future, who knows what's going to happen. But this is just a crazy idea, for him to think about proceeding with, I guess you could say. He says that, I hope I can clone myself so I can go and see it, because they are going to show it in 100 years, he said. Considering how much filmmaking has changed even in just the last few decades, it definitely would be interesting to see how 100 years holds up when it's finally released so many years from now. Okay, I'm not going to bother with the rest of that. Strange how I don't know what studio is behind this, because it doesn't say. But it is very bizarre and very weird that they want this to come out in 2115 when most of us are going to be dead. Let's be honest, most of us are going to be dead. So, why exactly? Why 2115 exactly? What's so special about that specific year? What's this movie about as well? 100 years is titled, so maybe this ties into whatever the film's about. I don't know, but it seems like a weird idea, and it seems like a waste of money as well to leave a film stranded away until some time that you're ready to release it, regardless of when that's going to be. But Hollywood does do crazy things, and it is their money if they're the ones who put money into this project, which I assume they did, because if Robert did it, then he could have final say over it. Like, no, I put money into this project, I decide when it comes out because I'm the one who funded it. You know what I mean? It does suck that this project won't come out for a long time, but at the same time, I'm very curious to know more about this project, just because it won't be out for like 100 years, And I don't know much about Robert Rodriguez's work, other than some of the films I mentioned, and the TV stuff that he's done, like The Mandalorian and Star Wars. Other than that, I'm not too familiar with his work. But I will say he's a talented individual, obviously, and I look forward to what he gets to put out in the near future, not in 2115 or, what I mean, like something recent, like within the next year or so, something like that I'll be okay with, or the next 3 years, fine, okay, wonderful. But then to wait till 2115, that's a whole other thing in general. Like, no thank you, I'm good. But I'd like to know your guys' thoughts on this. What do you think of the story? Is it weird? Have you heard of something like this before? Are you a fan of Robert Rodriguez? Easy for me to say. If so, what's some of your favourite projects made by him? And what do you think about a movie coming out in such a long time away? And should we decide to clone ourselves some way? Like, should we get on board with something like that? Because, I don't mind cloning myself. If it means I get to watch movies for the rest of my life or whatever, fine, okay, cool. Even if it is a clone version of me. Hopefully it'll be smarter too. That would be helpful. But anyway, that's the episode here today, guys. I hope you very much enjoyed this episode. I know I stumble over my words quite a lot sometimes, but again, this is the part of an unscripted format. Shit happens, you know what I mean? And I don't want to do like thousands of takes over and over again trying to get it right. You guys know how it is. Nothing's perfect, but I try and make these videos as great as I possibly can for you, the audience, to enjoy. Now, until next time, thank you very much for listening / watching. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching and listening.